Well, rain is expected today, a reminder that winter is right around the corner, and that can make life even more difficult for those experiencing poverty and homelessness. And that is why the effort is getting underway to keep people warm in these cold months ahead. We are talking about One Warm Coat, and joining us now live is the Executive Director of One Warm Coat, Beth Amodio. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is actually the 19th year in a row that KTVU and One Warm Coat have worked together to provide warmth to people in the Bay Area.
It has been such a great partnership. I have done it for so many years, and it really every year just kind of reminds me of really the important things around the holiday about helping and being there for people, and how simple things like a coat can make the difference for so many people. You know, we know the COVID pandemic has made things even tougher for people, but you know, and I look at your statistics on your site, even before the pandemic, you're talking about 1 in 6 children living in poverty, 40 million families applying for unemployment, seniors who can barely pay that bill. So where does that put the coat on those list of buyable items?
Exactly. And so many families who were already struggling prior to the pandemic are now in really a crisis situation. And what we've seen this fall is that our agencies who provide the coats directly to clients are reaching out to us saying they have even more clients needing services this year. Over the pandemic, the number of people asking for services, not just coats, but everything from food to shelter to assistance with utilities, has risen by 30 to 50% across the board. And, you know, things haven't leveled off again. Those numbers are still climbing.
Recovery is hard. I mean, it takes a lot of time for people to get back on their feet. You know, we're looking at video of all these coats. I'm wondering, we were just sharing here, our crew here, about all the Girl Scout troops who would collect coats and drop them off, and all the organizations that would get together. I also know that you have said in the past too sometimes that money is even more efficient. What is the best way to help in the situation as people are looking? Do they do a drive in their neighborhood? Do they, you know, reach out to their office? Do they ask for money? How can we best help you?
So that's a great question. And there are really 3 ways that people can help. And the first and the easiest way is just to clean out your closet and find some coats to donate. And you can go to our website, onewarmcoat.org, and click Donate a Coat and look on the map and find all of the places near you where you can drop off coats. And we can come back to that in a minute and talk more detail about that. But the second way is to register to hold a coat drive. It's free. It's fun. We try to give all of the resources to make it really easy. And as you mentioned, you can hold a coat drive with your faith-based organization, at your place of work, in your neighborhood, even at your child's school. And those are great places to get lots of people involved. And all of the coats that are collected stay in your local area. So they'll be helping people. Yes.
That's important for people to realize too, because I think, you know, especially I think people's giving habits have changed too. They want to see the people they help. They want to know that they're helping those around them. And this is really a way they do that.
Absolutely. I mean, that coat that you donate is going to somebody in your area. You know, you're really helping to warm your neighbors. And if you don't have a coat to donate and you would like to participate, you can also make a donation on our website. And one of the numbers we're really proud of is that every dollar donated can warm one person. So you can have a big impact. You know, if you donate $10, you can actually provide warmth for 10 people as we head into this colder weather.
And because we've been doing this with you for so long, and I know, you know, sometimes we followed the coat and actually have been there, and it's been great to see them, you know, handed out. I mean, the video we're seeing is great because people don't realize, or they do realize, how much it makes you feel good to give it. But there's something about this coat and this kind of drive, to see a child put on a coat and know that they're going to be warm, or a parent or someone who's standing in, you know, outside in the elements waiting for the bus to get to work. Like, the emotional part of being able to help people in that way is profound.
That's absolutely true. And especially as a mom, for me, it's a great lesson to teach my children about how a simple act of kindness can make a huge impact in someone else's life. One of the things we do to try to help drive home that empathy even more is to make little pocket notes, just a little square where they can make a picture or put a funny joke or quote, and we stick it in the pockets of all of the coats that we donate, so that when someone puts that coat on, they reach into their pocket the first time and they find this, little message of hope and happiness.
Oh
and I
my
think
gosh.
that helps, connect the donor and the recipient even more.
I love that so much, and really a way to, put a personal touch and let people know they're thinking of them this holiday. Beth, I want to thank you for all the work that you do at One Warm Coat. We're excited to partner up again, and you mentioned the barrels and the places to drop off. We do have a list, so thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
And again, you can help keep Bay Area families warm all winter long. Here's the list we're talking about. You can donate your gently warm coat or your jacket to One Warm Coat today. You can do that at any participating UPS store or Big O Tire locations. We also have collection barrels at Jack London Square, Oakland, Santana Row in San Jose, and the Westfield San Francisco Center. If you need to write those down or you can't remember all of them, you can go to ktvu.com/onewarmcoat and you'll find all that information there.
Coming up here.